Hi besties, you're welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's Reality Pearl here. Thank you guys for joining me for yet again another review. This time is the Real Housewives of Nairobi reunion. Guys, I'm so excited, okay? Because yeah, we're expecting so much from this one. Go ahead, subscribe and put on that notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Thank you so much. Now let's get into it. It's the reunion, guys. I can tell that these ladies came ready. I didn't know if Farid would deliver this reunion or not. But let me tell you, these ladies came prepared, okay? It's like they said, that drama that we couldn't give you in the show, we will give it to you now. We will give it to you now. Like, let's just get straight to the meat and the potatoes. So Farid asked Vera what she thought about Susan and Sonal's friendship. Vera was like, she thinks it's interesting. I'm like, what the hell? What does that mean? She said she felt it was based on materialistic, glam stuff. Ha! Minne said the friendship is fake. I mean, she said it like very point blank, period. Fake. It's just for the camera. Once the cameras are down, this one will be talking shit about that one will be talking shit about this one. So yeah, Minne said, if you're a true friend and your friend is like taking calls from home, you as a friend should try to check up on her. She said she had to calm her down and whatnot, but Susan didn't even notice what was going on. So now said Susan came to her at one point to ask her what was going on. And she was like, and she told Susan to go on with her birthday and not to bother. But now that she's saying it, it sounds different. I remember thinking then when I was watching it and she said it, I was like, did she really? If I were in her shoes, I would like my friend to stay around, But Sonal saying in her confessional what she told Susan, I felt like, wow, that was selfless. I mean, that was the best way I could have put it. But now she added that she told Susan, go and enjoy your birthday. Right now, your birthday is not that important to me. Oh yeah, it's almost like when your mom tells you, come and keep it on my head. It's a sarcastic thing to say. It all sounds a lot more different now. Susan apologized for not being there. She was like, she was so busy with hosting. She was so busy making sure that everyone was comfortable. Nah, that's not a good excuse at all. When I watched Susan twirling, literally swooning over the man that was singing for her while her friend was taking those calls, I was like, what the hell? Can't she see that her friend is not okay? In fact, a part of me felt like there's no way she didn't go to Sonal. Maybe, just maybe, okay, they removed that part because they just want a certain narrative out there. That was how I felt. Then when Sonal said in her diary what she told Susan, I kind of excused Susan. Now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't make any sense because no matter what Sonal said, Susan could have stayed with her. And when Farid asked Dr. C, she said she actually sees Susan as a loyal friend to Sonal and also as a loyal friend in general. Minne was like, you think she's loyal to you? Yeah, moving forward, Farid asked Dr. C why she uninvited Vera the way she did. Dr. C said she didn't want any more altercations. That's fair. She said she needed to keep both Vera and Sonal apart after what had happened at her event. Vera was like, well, the funny thing about it is that she was not even going to go for that event in the first place. She said she had already declined.
It was just so important that I no more of this ratchet. Yes, behavior. So you're calling me ratchet and she's begging me to market her wines. Why didn't ratchet people drink wine? Vera, you're too expensive for me. Thank you. Thank you. But ratchet people do drink wine.
Dr. C deserves an award for that. Farid asked Minne, does she think that she's the one with the problem since she has had like friction with almost everyone in the group? Minne was like, well, I'm talking to Vera now, but in the show, she was being manipulated. Farid said, manipulated by who? She said Susan told Vera to hide her man because Minne snatches people's husbands. Minne said, which husband of yours have I slept with? Of course, Susan didn't say anything. Minne said, yeah, find a husband first. Oh my God. Minne, kill me. Susan said there are a lot of people here who can confirm, what I'm talking about. Why did Susan need Dr. C to do her dirty work in this reunion? I didn't get it. Why? And she did it all the time. She did it a lot. Every time she would say, Dr. C, do you care to talk? Why did she have to do that? And every time they call Dr. C, she will start talking immediately. Dr. C said, this pretense has to end. She said Vera was the one who came to an event with a printout of a picture that Minne was oogling her man. Minne said, who? brown, me. Dr. C said that was the reason why Vera didn't go for that event. There was actually a lot of unseen footage in this reunion, which I like. Real Housewives of Abuja, learn from them, okay? Sincerely, I don't even know what Minne was trying to clarify. It sounded like she was doing an ad for single Kiasi at this point. Anyway, in summary, she said it wasn't even her phone, and then she was looking through it, and then there was Brown's picture and whatnot. But that does not take away from the fact that maybe you admired someone's husband in a way that suggested things, you know. Minne said, I would like to know whose husband I slept with. Susan was like, there's a reason why Michelle and Minne are not in good terms. And guys, we'll get to Michelle in a minute. Minne said, who is Michelle? Let's talk about Real Housewives, not Real House Girls. Come on, why? That's not fair. That's not. But let me tell you something I noticed, okay? Minne was very quick to interrupt Susan. She kept interrupting Susan. Every time Susan was trying to say something, I was like, at some point I had to say, Minne, allow this woman to talk now. She kept saying, who is that? Talk about this. Don't talk about that. You know, what are you talking about? Answer the question. Who is Michelle? Oh my God, it was just too much. Susan said, why are you panicking, Minne? Why do you keep interrupting me? Why are you panicking? Minne said, who is panicking? Speak. Again, Susan was like, you know what? Dr. C, over to you. Dr. C said to Minne, Michelle accused you of having an affair with her partner. And maybe Dr. C thinks maybe Michelle is cloud chasing or whatever. I don't know. But she said the lady actually published something like that on the national dailies or something to say Minne was having an affair with her partner. Susan added, and her best friend. Allow Dr. C to tell this story now. Do you want to talk or do you not want to talk? Okay, so guys, let's talk about Michelle. Michelle is the lady that tried Minne in the first episode. You remember that lady in the first episode that came for Minne? And Minne was like, I cash checks. I don't write Instagram posts, you know, something like that. When I was doing that recap, I actually had her in my mind. You know, when I was talking about how I think that there should be more friends in the show, she was the one I had in mind. I was going to say, what happened to that lady? This show would have been the atrocity. I don't even try to, I don't even like violence like that. But it would have been more spicy. I'm telling you, okay? Minne was like, I don't even know this lady. As in, I don't even know who that person is. I don't even know who this Michelle is. That was my first time of seeing that girl. Minne, are you sure? Are you sure? Because it sounded like you knew her, but you didn't just like her. Are you sure that was the first time you were meeting her? Ah, okay. So then I was like, okay, you know what? Let's just come out with it. She was like, Minne had an affair with one of Michelle's best friends. And according to Susan, okay, these are like well-known people. So she was not going to name names.
It's a triangle, and that's the reason why they're
strictly
was
dicky.
over.
Okay,
over.
I'm strictly dicky.
Minne is a
Okay,
straight
I am straight as a
That's what it
ruler.
is.
Okay, girl, honey,
Yes.
excuse me.
All right.
That's your best friend. That's what you guys do there, not me. That's all you had in the bag. Tell them to give you a refund. That's a lie, bitch.
Okay, thanks very much. But
Minne's laugh is sending me, I swear. Moving forward, they talked about Lisa and Minne's Tom and Jerry relationship. Yeah. We saw her and I said it at some point. I thought it was just a friendly banter until I realized that yeah, it was actually more than that. So yeah, if you watch the show, you would know that Lisa is a cancer survivor, and yeah, she lost all of her hair. She said she was literally bald when she was undergoing chemo, and so she had to wear wigs. She said she had custom wigs made for her. Good for you, girl. You have the money, okay? I'm sorry I laughed. She didn't mention that she had ever worn wigs on the show before. That's like a very major thing. I would think that she would have mentioned it. Actually, because she was always coming for Minne because of her wigs, you know. And also, when Dr. C mentioned alopecia on the show, she didn't understand what alopecia was. She said she wasn't asking, what does that mean? I'm just saying that she's not saying the truth about why she came for Minne's wigs. And just like Minne said, it didn't sound right. Minne said every time Lisa talked about her wigs, there was a racial undertone to it. I don't know about that, okay? Lisa said she just felt that some of her wigs looked cheap, especially the one that she wore in episode 1. Minne said a wig is a wig, okay? Minne was like, so those cancer patients who are going through chemo and can't afford high quality wigs, will you come for them? Will you come for them for wearing cheap wigs? Please. But Minne said the truth, okay? Moving forward, we saw several clips of the women being vulnerable about the kind of stuff that they've been through, from Sonal's mental health challenge to Minne's miscarriage. I've said it before, the ladies did well being open, okay? They might not have shown us everything about them, but they showed us enough to keep us satisfied, kind of. You understand? You can't be doing reality TV and not show us your house. You can't be doing reality TV and we have not seen your family. You hang out in public places. You don't know. You're open enough to show us the other sides of their lives that wasn't just, glam and pumps, and all that. There was this unseen footage that we saw where Minne's husband told Lisa that they had just had a miscarriage and that the miscarriage came 10 days after their dad died. Lisa was like shocked. She was like, what? Obviously, she was hearing it for the first time. Her husband was the one surprised that Minne had not told them. She hugged Minne, she said some blessings over her. Then the next scene, we saw Lisa telling some of the ladies that Minne had just had a miscarriage and that, her husband just told her, and, like everything that her husband told, everything that Minne's husband said. Farid was like, Minne, how do you feel about that? Minne said, that was wrong. It was not your place to do that. You were very, very wrong. And I agree, I agree. But also, when Vera said she likes to do that, I don't know why she likes to do that. I was like, wait, guys, hold on. These people said this on camera, remember, okay? And we also had a different scene where Minne talked with her mom. And what was the reason? Did they actually tell Lisa that it was a secret? Because if they didn't, then I don't see any reason why. I'm not saying it the way they're saying it, okay? Unless there's something else they're not telling us. I did see her saying it in a way that was malicious. It looks like there's still more explosive stuff waiting for us in part 2. But first, let me know, guys, what do you think about part 1 reunion of the Real Housewives of Nairobi? I'd like to hear from you guys. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll see you guys soon.